from talking to these people who had like this near death experiences, did you like took something out of this where you would say, like, if you would know someone who is close to death, who's approaching death, that you would share with them?
What happens?
Would I share?
Yeah, is there something like you, something in particular you would share with the person who is approaching death?
I think to somehow bring peace into their mind that everything's okay, life will continue, would be the smoothest exit, I think. That we continue as we are. Everything will be like that. So, and it's, yeah. But by that time is, I think that's the best you can do at that time. Because the interesting thing is, Grandmaster teaches we are preparing for that moment. Like in every moment right now, we are preparing for that moment. And so because by that time it's too late to you cannot correct you cannot correct your life you've lived so far. So that is the only thing you can say is just everything is fine. It will continue. I think it's more important for people to realize that now is already happening. Now is the preparation, because everything you put out, you get back, and it continues. So we need to live every moment that way, where we are doing our best to give out positivity and love. Yeah. The one thing that there's a few things. One of the things is when we go, then there will be a recollection of everything that's happened. So if there's been a lot of bad doings, then it's like going through that whole movie again, which is not very nice, you see. So in preparation for that, you wouldn't like that experience during death. As many nice stuff as possible. And the second is, and this goes out to, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there with these thoughts before. I've had the thought before during my depression times, is suicide thoughts. And it's funny because recently somebody said that during one of the AMA sessions in one of our events, said that like, what happens when we suicide? And I asked why. I said, are you really considering it? And she said yes. She said to leave. And I said, well, if I was you, I wouldn't do it, because if you suicide, first of all, you'll go through all the things that you've been through again. And then when you exit the game, they'll have to put you back into the game, back in the same challenges again. So I said, all that trouble just to be in the same shit again? I said, I would rather not, Yeah. And it becomes worse because you've done some things to exit a different way, So I said, I wouldn't do it that way. So I think, I think it's not, I think preparation, it sounds a bit like on a downer note, but the message is to live every moment as well as we can.
What would you like recommend to people who are going through that? Because I know someone reached out to me recently that they were going through some stuff. I know that I've been through things in the past. I know a lot of people watching this would have been through things. But in those moments, it's like you're really in like a tunnel, right? You're in a tunnel. It's hard to see like what's on the outside. What would you guys like properly recommend for people to do to see out of that tunnel?
Oh man. Well, I was once
Have
told.
you ever had that moment before?
No.
Not that dark.
It's been like, that's an option. Like, because I know
it's an option.
No, but not in a way of like, I want to make it happen. But I've had times where it's like, fudge. I didn't continue the word. Fudge. Like, shit's really dark and it's tough, but I always had this desire to keep rising and carrying on and never stopping.
That's good.
Because although I can't tell the tale of what happens after, I know that it's not nice if you choose to take your own life.
But you've been in that moment before. So what's your advice?
Come
to Wealth Yogi.
Yes, actually,
Yeah.
actually now it is. But I'd say allow for help, allow for support, and first just try to come to acceptance. Just accept the situation how it is. Stop blaming yourself and wanting to have it different. I think that's the first step to that has to be there before you can move out of it.
But some people in that stage, probably they're not thinking for change. They're just thinking, I'm in a bad mess and I want to leave. I want to get rid of all of this, right? Well-
Yeah, in that case, they would just be talk to people and allow for
Like, I
support.
Go to Kenya.
I think yeah. Well, that changed my life. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think taking yourself out of context.
Yeah.
Again, you're in a confined space. When in that, like what you're saying, it's like a tunnel, or like a room even. All you can see is the four walls. So you see the four walls, which is seeming like the whole world's against you right now. You know, everything's bad. All you need to do is step outside. Because when you step outside, you see things are different. For me, I stepped outside. Yeah. For Svenja, she stepped outside. Whether it's speaking to different
Change
people, hanging around
environment.
with different people, learning new things, or going somewhere else. The moment you step outside, you realize, hey, wait there a second. There are rainbows out there. There is something else happening out there. But when you are in that space, you are puts yourself into that set mindset that, hey, there's only these four walls. Everywhere I look is bad. Why? It's because you're not walking outside the room. So take yourself out of context. And always remember, when you exit that way, you will come because that's the level of the game you ended. So the next time when you come round into the game, they will put you back into the same room again. Then you have to go through it again. So there's no point in actually exiting that way. You just open the door, move out, change environment, go somewhere else, go somewhere you've never been before. For me, it was Kenya. Speak to people you've never spoke to before. And then all doors will start opening up. I think that's that
I
advice.
think the whole Kenya story is quite impactful because it's not just about go anywhere, because I think the thing that changed your mind and changed your perspective was actually being exposed to children who had nothing compared to what you had, which some people would perceive as material abundance.
So that was perspective.
Yeah.
But that was relevant to my story.
Yeah.
Because then I was accumulating money but not happy. So then seeing people without money and being happy. So that was for my journey. Some people, they're in that suicide thought because of relationship or something, you know. And I think to understand all of this, universe, God will never give you something that you cannot handle. Everything is a blessing in disguise. And so move out from that room, I think is the best advice.
Beautiful.
How did we get onto that topic?
It's an interesting topic, huh?
Yeah.
Suicide, huh? Suicide thoughts, depression. But it's big. Mental health is big, huge thing.
Yeah, and it's the thing that's not totally accepted, or people are worried to or shy to speak up about. And
Depression is when you're in mind, you're in depression.
Yeah.
When mind, only in mind. That is the
Yeah.
room we're talking about.
Yeah.
The mind, that is the room, because the room will you only hear your little voice in you. And
So
ongoing.
what advice would you give, like a simple, easy practice to get out of mind? Would it be breathing technique? Would it be visualization, meditation, yoga?
Yeah, so
Come to Wealth Yogi.
breathwork practice will for sure do it. But changing environment will change everything.